The shouting started before he even made it past the front gate. A group of young men in uniform, clean, confident, loud, laughed as they stood near the hangar doors. One of them pointed toward the old man approaching slowly across the tarmac. His steps steady but stiff, his back slightly bent under the weight of time. His camouflage jacket was faded, sun-bleached at the shoulders, and frayed at the sleeves. He wore no rank, no name tag, just an old patch on his chest, one recognized anymore. "Hey, Gramps," one of the soldiers called out. "You lose your tour bus or something?" The others chuckled. Someone muttered something about cosplay, but the old man said nothing. He just kept walking. Behind him, the drone operator, a sharp kid named Jace with a reputation for speed and swagger, watched through the fence. He'd just come off a shift, black coffee in one hand. He rolled his eyes at the commotion. To him, it was just another wannabe veteran trying to feel relevant. But then his eyes caught the patch. Everything stopped. Jace blinked. Hard. The insignia on that old jacket. It wasn't standard issue. It wasn't even modern. It was a ghost. A silent echo from missions so classified they were whispered about in dark rooms by people who never spoke in public again. The patch bore the symbol of a now decommissioned Special Reconnaissance Unit, one so secret it hadn't existed on paper for over 30 years. Jace's hand trembled. The coffee spilled a little down his wrist, but he didn't notice. The old man walked past the mocking soldiers without a glance. He moved with the kind of stillness that didn't need defending. But inside him, memories stirred like smoke in a locked room. His name was Ray. He hadn't spoken of the missions, not even to his wife. Most of his unit didn't make it home. The ones who did had agreed to disappear quietly. No books, no medals, no public thanks. Just peace, if they could find it. He hadn't come to be seen. He came to leave something behind. Clutched in his left hand was a small box wrapped in a worn field map. Inside was a folded letter and a thumb drive with encrypted flight data from the 92 operation in the mountains. A mission no one was supposed to remember, except someone had started using that terrain again. Ray had seen the chatter online, satellite photos that looked too familiar. He didn't trust digital channels. So, he traveled across 2 states to hand it to the base commander. No appointment, no red carpet, just the truth. But no one got close enough to ask, until Jace sprinted across the tarmac. The young operator nearly knocked over the gate post as he ran. The old man turned slightly, his eyes calm, unreadable, but he didn't stop walking. He didn't need to. Jace slowed, breath catching in his throat. "Sir," his voice cracked, the word choking itself. "Where did you get that patch?" Ray paused. For the first time, he looked up. His eyes were pale, steady, like someone who'd seen the edge of the world and quietly stepped back. "I didn't get it," he said softly. "I earned it, and buried 9 men for it." The words fell like lead on the tarmac. Behind them, the laughter had stopped. The group near the hangar now watched in total silence, heads turning, expressions shifting. Jace nodded once. No more questions. He didn't salute, but he stood straighter. The commander himself walked out 10 minutes later, called by Jace, not protocol. When Ray handed over the box, he didn't explain. He just said, "It's time. Someone finished what we started." That night, the base lowered its flag to half-staff. They didn't say why. The mocking soldiers didn't speak of it again. But one of them began volunteering at the VA hospital 2 weeks later. And the patch? Well, Jace had it printed on a canvas and framed it above his desk. Next to it, he pinned a small handwritten note Ray left behind. "Real heroes don't speak. They act, disappear, and pray someone notices the smoke." Another line in smaller print read, "You don't need to be seen to make history." And from that day on, no one called him Gramps. They called him Sir. There are men among us who carry battles we'll never see, scars we'll never know, and honor we could never earn. Sometimes the loudest respect is silence. If this story moved you, tell us where you're watching from. Leave a comment for the silent heroes in your life. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that remind us what dignity truly looks like.